again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and let's point out and discuss the obvious already. For those of you who are here who already know me, yes, the background is different. Jack's at a new location. It's in the description today. There's been a lot going on in the world. There's a lot that happens with me, so I don't know who does and does not know anything, to be honest. So today with the Chats with Jack and Jack Talcott, man, inspired. That's not quite accurate for how I'm feeling today. I feel so good, so inspired, so many things I hope to discuss and share with you, whoever you might be. I'm tuning in at I'm starting the live stream at kind of a unorthodox time, different than even when I scheduled, but you know what? Life is about spontaneous change, surprises. And surprises aren't always bad things, and so I'm hoping to share some surprises today. And I'm hoping to be surprised. See, because I've been strategizing and learning and observing, paying attention to what life reveals to me every single day. And so today I've got some notes. I've got a lot to talk about. Where I am today is in New Orleans, Louisiana, working cooperatively with some friends. And these friends of mine, where I am staying, help me remember who I am. Time with other people. And not just them, not just the friends that I've been with, but offline, I've had some friends come into my life more recently. Guys, I can't tell you what a difference it makes to be kind to someone. Seriously, there's so many reasons that so many people are cruel, but you meet some kind people, some compassionate ones who see you and they want to see you succeed. Man, that just transforms you. I've experienced that. So that is kind of my goal today, is to share some of what I've been blessed to receive with you, whoever you might be, and whenever you're tuning in. I do hope that when you tune in, seriously, you might be willing to share a like. And if you're tuning in later and you speed me up, well, speed me up so you save your time, you conserve your own time, and I sound better. Because Jack, dude, I speak slow. I get it. I totally get my flaws. But where I was going with that is, especially if you're tuned in later and something stands out to you, you enjoy it, it's funny, it's inspiring, it's something you want to hear more about, please leave a timestamp in the comments for us. Because I really do want to improve in how I share my content, which, by the way, I just remembered. I hope the sound is coming through okay. I'm at a new location and things happen, things change. When you make changes, things change. And then the things that we're working out sometimes don't always work out. But just because things are different doesn't mean they're bad. It just means they're different. Today, some of the inspirations I have, like I said, I've got a lot of inspirations. I traveled yesterday. For those who didn't catch it, for those who are fans of Jack and you enjoy what's going on with me, or you're just curious about more of the lore, if you missed it, I actually had a great time yesterday with our returning friend Snafu Snaps. Over on his channel, the Zebra Crew and the Crew 101. I don't have it pulled up, but I did a community post with it yesterday. So I traveled from Baltimore to uh, here in New Orleans. I was picked up by Jason and Rose, and we've hung out. We've had a great time together, talked about future plans, and they're pursuing their own goals right now, and I'm trying to be in support of them. And life is about cooperation, right? But to cooperate, you got to pay attention to what the need is of others so that you're doing the right thing. Because it's really easy for us to lose track and get confused, thinking we're all alone in this world. But if we're feeling alone, who can we cooperate with? Who can we share with? One of my inspirations today is about manners, right? I don't even think I've done what I normally do. I've got a new setup, so I don't have the benefits of the bigger screen or the multi-screen at home that I've got at home. But the thumbnail, if you can see it, it might be faint, but it says live without fear in the stars, right? Look at the stars. What? Look at the stars. See how they shine for you, right? And the world shines upon you. Here, I can do that for myself. So you can reflect the light or darkness you can see. Stars shine without fear, and so can you and me. There's nothing that prevents us from shining brighter, from choosing to ignore the darkness that shines on us so that we can shine the light into the world a little bit brighter. That's what the idea is about, is to make the world a better place wherever you go. And wherever you go, as long as you have the right attitude, it's easy to make it a better place. You just be better and you be a good example for others. And the good examples here on the YouTube panels, for those who have been a part of this, part of the Jack Talcott story, that is a continuing story. And there's incredible things that are happening with us because you're part of it. If you're tuned in and you're a part of this, then that is what you are. Embrace it. Be a part of this crazy adventure with Jack Talcott, where we believe that we can change the world, right? We don't just believe we're changing the world. We know the world is changing, and we know that we are the change that the people, the world has been waiting for, because we are. We are that which we believe, and we believe what the world shows us. But just because you find one thing in the world doesn't mean that's all the world has to show you. And just because you showed one person one side of you, right? Maybe you showed someone that ugly side of you, that unforgiving side, that punishing side, or maybe the devious and the selfish side. Maybe if you showed that side to someone, doesn't mean that's the wholeness of who you are. You can always show a different side of you. There's always more to you. There's always more to me. There's always more to others. That's the realm of possibilities. If we don't believe in possibilities, then we lose hope. And if we lose hope, then we're going to fill ourselves with fear. We'll fill ourselves with something. And if you don't have hope, man, you don't have love. But I found love. I found such a love, such a connection for life and love through the logic of what I understand, that I have driven myself nuts because I failed to properly share what I've learned. I've allowed myself to get angry and frustrated. I've allowed myself to lose hope for myself and for others. I've allowed myself to convince myself to believe the most foolish things, especially in my past. But what I truly trust and believe in now is God. And I know that God's love, it's all I want to know about. It's all I want to learn about is God's love and how God's love might move me and how I might move with God's love while I'm here on earth. What does that mean? How does that happen? It's happening whether you realize it or not. So spend time with thoughts of God's love for yourself so you feel loved by yourself when you're all alone, despite the darkness that the world has shown you, despite the diagnosis, the convictions, the judgments, despite the past guilt and shame. Let it go. See, I was considering the idea of letting it go. That's part of growing up, is it not? Letting go of our attachments to fantasies and to illogical things, cartoons and toys, right? We let go of those things when we mature. And as you mature, you learn more. You learn more of everything. It's part of the natural path of development for human beings. We become greater than we were. We stand upon the shoulders of those who came before us, whether we realize it or not, whether we appreciate it or not, and whether we like it or not. We are that which is now. We are not the past anymore. But the past that is created today, it is ugly. Secrets and lies, man. Secrets and lies have driven everybody insane. And I was amongst the insane. And then I woke up. God graced me, blessed me with opportunities to understand better what it means, the path of enlightenment, the path of spiritual devotion, development. What does that mean? In my past, I didn't think much about enlightenment or consciousness. I sure didn't think about God either. There's life, there's manners, there's rules to life. I won't lecture. I want to offer. And I want to actually open it up. I'm going to drop the link. And for those who are available, wish to join, yeah, I've got it pinned now. And folks are welcome to join me. Tommy, you're a part of this story, man. Imagine trying to verbally tear somebody down for 3 years unsuccessfully. I mean, imagine doing that. That just doesn't make a lot of sense, Tommy in exile. You're better than this. This is what I know. We're all better than this. We all deserve better than this as well. But it's up to us to believe it. It's up to us to seek it. It's up to us to claim it. Better, I mean. Better in the name of what? For those who are worthy, they know. They know what to ask for, honest people. Sometimes you learn what to ask for through trial and error, right? We make mistakes, but the universe gives us what we ask for, whether we realize it or not. Everything that we want is available, but if we spend our time on what we don't want or what we're afraid of, guess what the universe is going to give you? It's going to give you exactly what you don't want. It'll give you exactly what you're afraid of. Why? Because you're not grateful. And until you learn how to be grateful, well, you're going to continue to get what you don't want and what you're afraid of. Because you haven't proven yourself to yourself that you're worthy of greatness. Get out there and do it. It's up to you. Are you worthy of feeling great or not? Are you worthy of feeling good about yourself or not? What are you going to do? It's up to you to change, just like it was up to me to change. And change I did. See, I've been learning manners. I've been learning a lot, man, actually. My old families, they don't know me now. My old friends, they don't know me. They clearly didn't know me in the past either, the way they treat me now. But that's the story God's revealing. What I've been learning about and what I've learned recently, the universe through people I met when I started the stream earlier, I was talking about time with my new friends, right? And some of my friends, they're going through their own just phenomenal breakthroughs and transformations. And so I'm being able to watch and learn. And the lessons I'm learning, they're for me as well. I've I've learned a lot, and I feel quite appreciative and blessed of all the men and women who've helped me become who I am today. Because I'm not ashamed of who I am today. I'm not ashamed of me anymore. Despite the reputations and the rumors about me, man, I know who I am. God's created me to help the world change, just like you. And you've been influencing the world. The world around you has been influenced by you since the day you were born, even before you were born. Your energies and the ideas of you were bringing changes into the lives of your mothers, your fathers, your grandparents, anyone who knew of you before you were you. Their lives changed and were never the same. And that's every one of us. Every one of us is here to bring change to the world. But if we don't pay attention to what we're doing, well, I think Netanyahu and Donald Trump are examples of that. There's a news clip I wanted to actually review today. It's one of the things that moved me. I mean, it's clearly not related to manners, which are the laws of the universe. And I'll actually let me engage with the viewers here. I haven't been paying close attention to the chat. Let me say hi to all of you sincerely. I I don't like going through names, but because I tend to miss people. But peace Dynamo, Rebecca Joe, Illumitami in Exile. Blessings to all of you, Chris, Lex Animita. There's, the names. Where I was going, I've got a bunch of things that I can discuss. Oh, did I block you? I may have forgot to unblock you on StreamYard. Let me double check that, Tommy. That might be you. Please, Tommy, I may have had you blocked even after I dropped the link, and I'm sorry if I did that. You are welcome to join. What, dude? You're welcome to join, especially if that was you that I may have still have blocked. But I undid the one I think is you. So I've got a few different topics I want to discuss, and really, part of what I want to discuss includes other people online. Some of these other YouTube creators might even be Landry, might be Afu, might be holy cows, it might be Evil Chev. Holy cows, this is the producer.
Yeah. How's the thing going with meeting President Trump? I'm chill.
So far, not a lot of success, to be honest.
Why aren't you doing that? That's what you told everybody you'd do when you got your subs and donos. I'm Chev. I'm evil.
I don't know much about you, Chev, but I've seen your work.
I know much about you. And I know that you don't do shit and you just sit here and you try and talk like you're something when you've never achieved anything that you've set out to do. And you talk like your failures are successes. Like, oh, good thing I lost that family that was holding me back. They were in the way of my narcissistic happiness. I'm so changed. I'm Chev. I'm evil. But I see right through you, you old coot. Those people that you're staying with in that bed where Illumitami has busted a nut and Brian O'Shea has busted a nut and Nat Chiquita has busted a nut. Probably at the hands of Rose 777. Or at least she wishes.
No.
I'm Chev. I'm evil. Yeah, you don't know the faggots you're staying with. They're fake like you. It's fake people supporting fake people. And Illumitami and them laughed at the spiraling damaged man that they're now. I don't know what they're doing with you. But I'm Chev. I'm evil now. than influenced by Axis Ratblood's floozy digital wife.
Oh
But I still
no.
see right through you.
Oh no.
The manners are not the laws of the universe, you fucking moron. I'm
Yes, they
Cho.
are.
No, they're not. Manners are a construct of social order, you stupid coot. You
Can
fucking
I
boomer idiot.
maybe if I explained it, it
No, are
might
you happy to explain it?
well, I'd love to offer an
Can you act
explanation.
happy to explain it?
I could. I could act happy to explain
Waiting.
it. Well, I don't want to force anything, and I just want to be polite because
You
this is
said manners are a universal law and you're a fucking moron. Explain it.
before I do, Evil Chev, we have another
No,
guest
stop
in the back.
stalling. You act like
We,
you never get a chance to explain yourself. Answer.
we have plenty of time. Let's please take
We
a
don't.
break.
This time is short and you are leading people to hell along with the, oh, you want the support of this faggot.
Whoa.
Here, let's please. Thank you.
Did you see him trying to did you see him seeking King Stephen as a daddy? I'm Cheb. I see these things. I'm a producer.
That was not true.
I actually want to answer your question, please. Okay? Because I would be happy to
Well,
answer.
you haven't yet. You don't
please.
act like you want to, or it would be the words coming out of your fake coot faggot boomer mouth.
What
I'm
if I
Chev.
was
I'm evil now.
What if I was politely waiting for you to invite me to tell me? Now you've told
That's
me.
what I did when I said the question, you fucking moron.
Well,
And
see,
all you've done is stall like a nobody. You're not a leader. You're not a father. You're just a.
Okay. I put a pause in there, Evil Chef, because you're demonstrating that manners are they exist as a social construct for a reason. And the reason is in line with the natural order of the universe, which I was trying to explain or discuss at least. Moose, how are you? How are you? What's going on?
Oh, beautiful day, Jack. Beautiful day. I decided to come up because Angry Chev had the opposite energy that I was having. So I thought instead of being angry, I would come up here and bring, some joy, some gratefulness, some humbleness, just a little bit more chill. Maybe redirect the conversation back to you, Jack. That was my whole reason for clicking the link.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's the topic I was hoping to discuss to bring it back. Thank you. Something I was considering. It was something I learned when I went through my training to become a coach. The woman I trained with, the team I trained with, they understand a lot. And I remembered them. One of the things they had discussed was reminded with me, it reinforced with me recently. The laws of the universe. Okay. This is my logical presentation as to why the why love is the law of the universe, and the law of the universe is love, and love is life, and without love, life has no meaning. Therefore, love is the meaning of life. And we as a species, we've lost sight of the meaning. We've lost our connection to the meaning of love and to life. Love is polite. Love is about sharing, right? Now, there's rules to what I've been doing. Manners are a part of the exchange, the laws of exchange. There must be an offer made. This is also in line too with the what's the term called, were they suggestive programming? It's the same idea of
MK Ultra.
similar. right? It's the same tactic that's been used against mankind, right? For the warring habits and the perpetual the the patterns of violence have been perpetrated through programming. I'm going to mute you because you're bringing a bunch of noise, Moose. Thank you. So for there to be an exchange, there must be an offer. An offer must be made, right? The offer must be pointed out, and then there must be an invitation. There must be an invitation for the offer to be shared. That's what I was trying to find a way to maneuver with Tommy. If he invites me to share rather than demands that I share, he'll be more open to receiving. But if I just simply obey his demands, like I have tried, there's no respect or appreciation, only judgment. And that's foolishness. For one should not judge what they do not understand, and I suggest that many have not taken the time to properly understand Jack Talcott or what
I agree, Jack.
it means to live without fear.
Do you think that Tommy is portraying himself on here? Because I really don't. I don't think that's the real Tommy. I mean, he literally won't shut up. He acted like Paul up here, where he kind of like steamrolled the whole conversation, and then you go to answer, and then he steamrolls you while you're in the middle of an answer. And I'm like, that can't be like the real Tommy. Like, if you sat down in a room with Tommy, he'd probably be way cooler than he actually is online.
He could be, but I'm a test for him. I'm a test for many people. Many people have been testing me. But I've been learning more about me and manners. And what I hope to do as a life coach, as someone who works with others, as a counselor, as a friend, as whatever, a sponsor, I don't give a damn about the title. But yes, I refer to myself in many different ways, Teddy Spaghetti. If you just accept what you hear, you can easily understand. And then there's no confusion when one understands. I know I speak slow, and the confused mind has a short attention span. But today's a new day. I'm feeling great. I really am. We've got another guest in the back, and I want to sincerely welcome back Modern Men Lost Again.
How are we doing tonight?
Dude.
Sorry, I got some music in my head, dude. I wanted to get me pumped up for this moment.
Welcome back, Landry. Do you have the final countdown going on in your head?
No, it's much better than that.
Oh.
But
Hey, that's a classic, though, dude. The final countdown.
Yeah.
So what else?
I don't know.
How's New Orleans? Dude,
it has been amazing already.
The hookers down there are just supreme.
Hey, don't be a dick, Moose. That's
sorry, that was.
Dude, they're
that
not
was,
called hookers anymore, dude. Come on.
No, seriously, that was me being a. That
a
was
dumbass.
me being a dick. Sorry,
that was you
Jack.
being a dumbass. Please stop. Thank you, Moose. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you giving me the chance.
Oh, I know.
Hey, I know that earth when I see it.
Yeah. Welcome back, Dick. I'm glad to see you too, my friend.
Oh man,
Speaking
Jack, I
of
had
Dick,
to get out
welcome
of there.
back, Dick.
OTW is having a terrible cast over there. It's just horrific, complete face plant.
This donut guy was doing a really bad job. So,
yeah, I was embarrassed to be a part of it. I guess I did contribute to the downfall of his broadcast in some capacity.
Honestly,
so.
Jack is way better compared to OTW because Jack doesn't use fucking Chat GPT to do his whole thing. And that's what OTW was doing. He was He was sitting there reading off of Chat GPT like it was some kind of like spiritual guru.
Yeah, this is a
And
little
it's
crazy.
like,
See, this is as I predicted, Moose. The authenticity will become the commodity, or will become the value, right? Because when you have everything just produced in such a synthetic manner, that then the real music, the organic, the true voice, the passionate, the heart, that's
and
all
that
going to really
that's where
stand out.
that's where it brings it back to Jack, because Jack actually has the experience and Jack's been through these things, and he doesn't need a computer to tell him, what's what.
Dude, Jack is the last of the Mohicans in that sense, that he is a mind that's not submitting to the technology. So even if you disagree with him, at least he's saying, I'm not going to allow that to be my authority, or the final say in my thought process. Like Landry over here, who's just basically, assimilated at this point. Part robot.
I'm cooked, fam.
You made it. You made it with the AI. It's a terrible
Yeah,
thought.
but the difference between us and Landry is he can do something in like 1 week that takes us like 3 years to do. He brought us all together again.
Oh man, that's so sweet. I guess. Where is it?
Anyway, back to Jack though. What's on the ticket today, Jack? Is there any hot subjects, or don't want to
He
derail
was
anything here?
inspired before Tommy came up and kind of ruined the day. Like,
Well, it wasn't just Tommy. But the day's not ruined by any stretch. What I was talking about is some observations I've learned. It applies to communication. It applies to fairness. It applies to everything. It applies to life. And it has to do with politeness, manners, love, honesty, authenticity, follow through. Part of the topic today was a play on words. The idea inspired isn't quite enough. For me today, inspired doesn't do it justice. I've got so many ideas and so much I want to offer to all of you. Why? Because I know the value of what I've gained. And I care deeply, honestly, righteously. So the idea inspired isn't quite enough though, too, because we can feel inspired and think an idea is good, and then we can entertain ourselves by planning, by learning, by pretending, but not really doing shit. Inspiration is not enough, but it's a part of success. Without inspiration, you will not accomplish much. Not much of any worth. But if you don't seek inspiration, what are you going to find? It's very important how all of us choose to spend our time. And the question was asked, how's New Orleans? I've had a great time. Sincerely, my text to you, Landry, from the time I got here, the hospitality, the generosity, the opportunities that we've discussed, right? So it's the past, it's the present, it's the future. It's all positive from my experience, my perspective.
praise be,
Did you go down
brother.
and watch
Praise
the?
be.
Yeah, did you go watch the bikini midget wrestling down there and catch that show?
No.
Last time I went to New Orleans, that's one of the what was the highlight of the trip. It was like, I remember they had like these midgets running. I mean, this was back in the day. Maybe now it's not politically correct. Like, I can't say what I witnessed in my youth, but that's what happened in New Orleans. There's like midgets wrestling and fighting each other. And among the slew of prostitutes you had to wade through to get to the show.
Yeah, that's a sign
Things have changed. It's different times,
Hey, I don't think you realize that the joke kind of failed the first time I started talking about hookers. Um, Jack, question for you, honest question. Do you think that do you think it would be possible to make a documentary out of the interactions we've all had with each other in a positive way to
Of course.
inspire others?
Of course. Easily. Anyone who wanted to do it, there's tons of content that does it. I'm
Well, the
surprised
thing
people
about that
haven't
is,
done it.
well, I mean, I don't know what that's the question, right? How do you frame it in a good light?
You find a good light to see it in.
More, maybe it would be like a comedic light or like a
Like an
this.
inspirational light.
Well, I think the only angle that it would take for it to be like mainstream success would, hey, look at this side of the internet. We bet you didn't know it existed.
That's pretty limited thinking, Landry.
Well, I'm just asking. I'm not trying to be rude here, but I'm saying there's still the story could be written here, as far as what could be done. But I'm just saying. I mean, if you can point me in the
Right.
direction of what has been done.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he just wants to get
Right.
the low hanging
And-
fruit, do whatever's easy. You know, it's like,
I
let's
know.
make laundry jokes all day.
Right.
Laundry.
It's easy. And that's what the ego wants to do.
We're
It
thinking
wants to find-
sophisticated. We're trying to take it to the next level.
What the?
Here, actually, let me share some of the back to the question. I know I talk a lot, but the idea of my time here in Louisiana and some of the things we've discussed. This trip is more, we're continuing to develop our friendship, our partnership, whatever it's going to be. We're working together. They had a trip, and I'm here to babysit cats, to be honest, to house sit and to act as a friend they trust. So in the future, though, we've already discussed me returning back to New Orleans again. One of the ideas that is being toyed around in my mind is the beginning of a Talcott Foundation for World Peace here in New Orleans. Since one of the things that they promote about New Orleans is the World War II museum that's here. So we've discussed the idea of returning, have Jack and Jason and Rose head down, and maybe a team head down to the World War II museum and discuss about things like world peace together. And then from there, we're making plans for a live event, if not one, possibly two, coming up very soon, within the next 6 months, perhaps, maybe a little more, 8 months. But things are moving with Jack, and it's not going to be on this panelverse spinning our wheels talking about how great we are and others are not. You guys can keep doing that as long as you want. I don't care.
What about you and Landry? Are you guys good? I know you guys ruffled each other's feathers there for a bit. If you guys put it behind you and you guys can work forward and look forward to opportunities, whatever they may be.
I don't control our relationship. That young man chose to quit and to spend a lot of time disrespecting me. So I took him for what he showed me. He's not someone I can work with, not at this time.
But only see if I would have came into this with a different attitude, maybe that wouldn't be as said just now.
Jack, if I may, I'm not trying to judge by any means, but I do think that you're being a little harsh on Landry.
Am I?
Just a little bit.
What is tough love?
I'm not saying a bunch. I'm just saying.
Okay, but
you don't take laundry out like trash, Jack. You just wash it and reuse it.
I think it's different. When somebody quits on you, I think it's a sign that they might be possibly hurt.
So what? If they don't communicate beyond their hurt, they're cowards. And I can't work with cowards because cowards, they let their fears and doubts overtake them. That's what I watched Landry do. But I don't know if I don't know if Landry ever really understood the importance of the meaning, what live without fear actually stands for. And you asked me to explain it, but you really didn't want to understand. You just wanted to hear it. So you heard it, and
What
you
does that even
heard
mean?
what you wanted. What's that?
Doesn't that mean like there's no really way to defend yourself in that situation to where if I said, "Hey, you're not listening to me," and they said, "You said, yeah, I am," and then I said, "Well, what did I say?" You could demonstrate if you hurt me or not by saying what I said. But in this case, when it's like you're listening and you heard what I said, but you're not actually hearing it, there's no way for that to even be proven. So I mean, I don't understand what that claim is going to do.
What if you're wrong, Landry? What if there's an easy way for me to prove what I said? All you got to do is look at what I said.
Okay.
What if by some like odd chance I'm actually right?
Well, Moose, there is always that possibility, but let's not forget what you're doing is you're defending a reflection of you.
Okay,
Landry,
I
just like you, worked with me. Landry, just like you, quit on me. Landry, just like you, talked shit about me.
Hey, at least
I
Moose got
offered,
paid.
yep, at least Moose got paid. That was our
I
agreement.
I did put in a lot of like for about 2 months, like of every day I was there with Jack, and
Yeah,
I'm
it was a
still.
lot more. It was a lot more than what you offered, Landry.
That's not what you told me. Not
I
when we were in
know,
the car hanging out and
I
having
know,
good
I
times.
know.
So you said something
So,
different than what you're saying now. So that's dishonest.
Landry, your claim is dishonest because you're still welcome to ask me questions about things that confuse you.
I tried
Because
that.
both, Landry, what you haven't accepted is both things are true. Moose, Moose was not a blessing to me. I didn't keep much of what he brought, but he did devote more time, more attention, more effort, far more care than you showed
Makes
me,
sense
Landry.
when this considering the payment, I would assume.
Hey, Landry, believe whatever you want. You can make whatever excuses you want. You're not looking at you, what you could have done.
Yeah, and
And I
I
don't
don't even
have,
know if I got it in the beginning or the end or anything like that. I don't remember when, but
you were
Regardless, man,
paying up
it
front.
wasn't motivated by
I'm
monetary
not saying it
gain.
was. I'm just saying that this is if we're playing the comparison game. I mean, I would argue that there. Here's what I'll say.
How about
I think
this?
there's
How
more
about
potential.
this? How about this? Yes. And Landry, when you learn how to return me respect, I started with deep appreciation, a lot of support towards you, complete trust in you. You didn't offer me much of that. And you disrespected me, not just with Paul, but you brought Margot and everybody else who gets off
They
talking
they
about Jack.
they came to me. I didn't bring them.
Right, right. But you sure didn't spend time with Jack.
I
Not
did spend a lot of
nearly.
time with you, man. Come on.
Landry,
I did.
Landry.
How did I not?
Tell you what, Landry, tough love might look harsh to some of the cowards that are here, Moose, but I'm not being harsh on
What
Landry
the heck,
Who are the
Jack? Why are you
cowards?
insulting me?
because I know you're better than what you're doing. You
What is
too,
he doing?
Landry.
What are we doing?
You're not trying to understand. You're trying to be right.
I'm not. I don't care.
I was
And
advocating for peace.
no, you're putting on an act once again, pretending to do things that you're not actually doing. You're a liar and a fake, Moose. And until you stop, here I go. I'm forcing my knowledge onto you, and I don't mean to do that because I know it gets people defensive. So how about this? Landry, I put you in the back because I do not want to argue, but I would love to invite you to receive my offer of helping you learn from me. Okay? I'm sick and tired of ignorant children like you arrogantly thinking you're supreme to me and looking down on me. You're getting your confidence by arguing against me. That's what I saw in you, Landry. If I'm wrong, maybe I'm wrong.
That seems like an olive branch, though, that Jack is extending to you.
It is.
To
It
give
was a
you some
long-winded
guidance
way of.
and- Yeah.
It was, Dick. Thank you.
I mean, the
Are
issue
you
in
open to help?
who?
Landry, I
Landry.
think you need a life coach, brother.
I'm not trying to do this in like a. I'm not trying to meme right now. You know what I mean? I'm trying
No
to.
one's trying to do that. How about you focus on what I am trying to offer you is an invitation for us to start over and for you to actually show me that you're worthy of trying to work with me again. Because so far you've shown me that I'm better off without you, dude. What do you think of that invitation I'm offering to you politely?
Let's just start over. On a new foot.
Only if, I mean, starting over is not pretending that the past didn't happen. Starting over means accepting where we are today, recognizing that the future is more important than the bullshit that you've chosen to throw my way.
I recognize that.
Do you?
Yeah, as a whole, yeah, of course, the future is more important than the past.
No, I mean specifically the bullshit you've thrown my way.
Okay, sure. Yes, I understand. You so there would have to be, I think, some like agreements, right? We would have to lay it out, and it wouldn't. So there would be no misunderstandings. So that just not for me. I'm not saying that you need to agree to anything. I'm just saying.
You're
I
muted.
understand. You want clarity.
Yeah.
You've said that you've wanted clarity, and I've offered you opportunities and answers. The answers and the opportunities I've offered you in the past were ignored and refused, Landry. Okay? So if you truly want to start over, please do better. I'm very reasonable. I'm very confident about my ability to reason and to discern. Okay? If you're willing, Landry, to start again and change your damn attitude, it would be very easy to go back through some of my monologues and find parts that make Jack sound good or where Jack does sound good. And then with some graphics, some words, whatever, maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes for someone like you, if that long. You know, you could probably put something together very easily, like when I'm trying to talk to Donald Trump, when I'm using my platform to address people in position. If we clip that stuff out, maybe we could send it directly to them. There's a lot of opportunities to do something great, and I'm inviting. But I can't deal with the disrespect.
I understand. I get it. I hear you.
Thank you.
And, I mean, and yeah, and obviously that is.
Praise God, brothers.
Please don't interrupt, Moose.
Well, and I guess the truth is obviously I've been trying to collaborate, even in your absence, with people just as it comes up, because I still find value in that, and I have not done any sort of anything like that for you. So I understand what you're saying. So I guess I could work on that. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. One step at a time, right? But yeah, I mean, I'm not. Just don't worry about me. Here's my thing, dude. I'm having to figure out this for myself. Just the chat is just like trying to bring me down, bring other people down. They're making fake identities and all this shit. So there's all this. I truly didn't know what I was getting into here with these people and the way that it goes, and even Paul coming around and the back and forth between y'all. Like I didn't really understand the dynamics here. So
thank you for recognizing that, Landry. Thank you, because that's honest. That's authentic. It's easy for us to think we've learned enough and to know that we know. What you stumbled into, Landry, what I've stumbled into, this is part of my inspiration. This is fucking nuts. This is absolute insanity, guys, but it's fun. It's so
Yeah.
much fun. There's so many amazing, inspiring, hilarious characters. I mean, I've got Tommy, Illuma Tommy in the back. He's so hilarious, but I can't bring him up.
That's what I'm trying to say is like we have, and I need to learn to do it myself. Where so what's the question is how do we laugh more without laughing at the expense of others, right?
Well, Moose used to sell with Paul these your ball pills. They were,
Yeah.
hugely popular, but they're discontinued. I don't know the supplier. They couldn't get
Yeah,
any
Brian
more.
O'Shea. Brian O'Shea
It's
stopped making them.
We've all basically just our nuts have shriveled up out here, and it's ever since it's been downhill.
Here, I want to bring Tommy up. Please bear with me. I know you guys
What do you mean
love.
bear with you?
No, I'm grateful
Maybe
for
they should
Tommy.
bear with me.
Thank
Was
you,
my
Tommy.
producer up here, Jack? I'm looking for my fucking producer, and you're wasting my time.
I
I'm here.
apologize.
I came up here with a real good, you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you attitude, and you ran that out in the backstage.
My apologies.
And what's with these two failed unslaved losers still ball washing you like old times? And don't you think
I'm
you're a
just
little
making some
arrogant?
chicken nuggets right now. I'm just trying to make some
Don't you
dinner.
think you're a little arrogant, Jack, when you talk about people shouldn't feel like they're above other people, that you don't have to earn their respect or love as you demand that Landry earns your respect?
I get it.
Faggot.
Thank you. That was
Fuck you.
reasonable. Tommy,
Wait, I don't get it.
You
What?
got that cackling little girl, that little lesbian moose, just ball washing you like a good little girl.
please take a breath. Please.
Please take a jump off that fucking bridge that they have to cross back and forth every day in Yonkland.
Let's think about
And don't
both.
try and swim, Jack. Just
Let's
take the
talk-
route like the nigger you are. Don't even swim.
Whoa, that's too far, Tommy.
Fuck you, lesbian
I
bitch. I'll
want-
rock your fucking jaw. And
I'm
what are you going to
going-
do, Jack? Teach Landry how to fucking lose his kid?
Please keep it directed at me. Okay.
Hey,
You're not-
please answer my producer's question.
Well, Tom, here, let me address as
Yeah,
many of
see,
these
more
things.
deflection, more avoidance.
Let me address as many of these as I can. And, after I speak, Tom, holy cows.
Well, I've never done that, at least.
Thank you. You're absolutely right. And that's part of the confusion that you saw with me. I recognize that, Landry. Okay. Here's part of my issue. I don't know yesterday. You were there yesterday with Snafu. I was honest with him and you, I felt. I mean, what Snafu showed yesterday was the reason I haven't given up on him yet. He showed respect
Showed some
and
humanity, huh?
humor. Yeah. He was funny. He was mostly
fun.
on point. Yeah. It was everyone has potential.
What about Illumitami though? Like, what is his gripe with you right now? Why is he so upset?
Let me get back to him and thank you.
He's the lower lore master.
What I got from Tommy is his producer showed up. Tommy was here to follow up with the producer, and there was more to what we saw, but I didn't understand what was going on. I made Illuma Tommy sit in the back. I probably screwed up what was originally an amazing opportunity for him and I to shine. But Tommy gets triggered by me. And so what I want to offer Tommy, and hopefully you guys can help me, I'd like to offer Tommy a different way, a new idea today. That's all I want, a new direction.
How can manners be part of the core law of the universe when you obviously don't have them yourself?
Please, I know that's what you may have found in me in the past, but let's be present here and now.
Deflection and avoidance, like everything you've said up here, you're not a thing, Jack. So when Rose and Jason are planning a live event and you want Landry to
Tommy, I muted you.
You fucking mod god, I'll rock your fucking jaw.
Okay.
I know.
I've had enough, Tom. Okay. I had faith in you that once again I could get through to you, but you're clearly not open to that, Tom. So I'm not going to entertain your nonsense. Not here and now. Welcome, OTW. How are you?
Hey, Jack. I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm feeling blessed, truly. Hannah, I'm not sorry. I'll come back to you, OTW. Just a moment. Hannah, I'm not sure the context of that, but truly, if I'm willing to try for those who people want to just exchange support, exchange help. If you got ideas, reach out. Phone, text, email. Just be respectful of our time. That's all I ask. Um,
Now, if I'm lonely late at night, Jack, can I use that number? Like, do you pick up at all hours, or like if you hear me call at like
I think
2 a.m.?
Donut's extra stoned today, huh?
Just want to hear your voice or something, you know? Comforting, but Jack does have a comforting voice. Like, I'm not the only one who thinks that. We don't listen to him for his ideas, right? I mean, what the hell are we here for? He's got a good voice and a face. Like I said, I think you could sell some towel cakes eventually.
Hey, there's the future, dude. Actually, Landry, with these live events, we're already discussing how ideal different merchandising would be: t-shirts, bumper stickers, buttons, things to share, promote, give out, sell, whatever. So there's merchandising stuff coming up. Hannah, you're very observant, probably has the same background that Nachiketa had, maybe that Tommy had. Maybe
It's crazy,
Brian
dude.
O'Shea?
It's crazy how the universe works, whatever you want to call it. There was somebody I knew, and I can't say who, but they had that exact same thing, and they're just like ROSE. Sorry, I'm talking in code.
Okay. Yeah, I'm at Rose's place. And like Tommy said, it's the same bed that Tommy and Nachiketa and Brian O'Shea slept in, and they're hospitable people, you know. Oh, we've got another guest. I didn't see him in the back. I mean, welcome back, Powder Dusty.
Holy cows, man.
Dude.
Oh man, it was just a party.
Oh, it is. It is a party. I was considering inviting Paul and OTW and even, well, everybody. I was really considering inviting everybody. Matter of fact, other YouTube creators are invited to join today. And the purpose, what's that?
What part of What are you doing, Dick? Okay, I lost what I was gonna say. Sorry. It's gone.
It's all right. Did Rose say if Tommy stole electronics?
I'm doing me. You said I sounded really stoned, so I figured I'd get stoned.
You're not? You weren't already?
I actually hadn't puffed any yet, so I figured what would happen
Maybe
if my
that's the
mindset
problem.
changed
Okay.
into that place.
Maybe I'm used to you stoned.
You said everybody,
Maybe
so I came
that might
back.
be it.
Hey, you got to put your camera on. There's 5 out of 6. It's not working here, Moose.
Yeah, man. You got to cam up.
Hey, take a
Moose.
Turn it back
screenshot.
off. Turn it back
You
off.
never
Take
see
a
this anymore, dude.
screenshot.
I just every freaking video is just circles. I'm like, how do you edit a circle video? Yeah, make a documentary out of these 6 circles talking to each other.
Yeah.
No, actually, I do like the idea of faces because the intention was I want real discussions, man to man conversations. The shit that's going on in America and the world, it's got to change. We're the ones who can do it.
We are.
This
Not
is the
not
Justice
Dusty.
League.
not Dusty. You have to exclude Dusty. He can't be part of this.
He's not even American. What's he know about it?
Put your Pope hat on.
He knows how to get.
Hey, I
TPT
live on
to
the
tell him exactly
continent
what
of
to think.
America, right? This is America. The whole continent is America.
Yeah, even Mexico.
Well, actually, we are all citizens of Earth. And if we look at it as that, then these nation states are not as damn important as people want to pretend.
Tell that to
So,
Cosmo.
well, here's the reality. I was gonna play some of this. Um, the news today. No, the news yesterday. This a brief bit here. It moved me because of the people involved. So listen to what they're saying, please. Am I got this up? Yeah.
Capitol Hill, 2 U.S. military veterans were removed from a Senate hearing Wednesday after they accused committee members of complicity in genocide in Gaza. Former Army intelligence officer Josephine Guilbeault was led away in handcuffs alongside retired Green Beret Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Aguilar.
So, military intelligence officer, Green Beret retired lieutenant colonel, an officer of that rank, and the Green Beret, in my opinion, my experience is no bullshit. That's someone who's been put through hell to be tested. Are they worthy of paying attention, figuring things out, understanding what the hell they're involved in? A lot of a lot of men and women are obedient to orders, but we've got men and women who are standing up saying, "Hey, what we are doing is criminal. We've got to end this." They're calling out the American government being complicit.
He worked as a security contractor for the militarized U.S. and Israeli-backed so-called Gaza Humanitarian Foundation before blowing the whistle on the group's deadly attacks on Palestinian civilians seeking food.
Are being arrested right now for interrupting a foreign affairs hearing on nominations because the U.S. is complicit in genocide. They are complicit in the slaughter of babies.
When the United States Congress comes after veterans, they will come after you. Every American sitting at home right now needs to realize that you are paying for a genocide.
To see our interview with Anthony.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got an interview with him. I haven't looked at that yet, but he was, as I understand, he was on the ground as a whistleblower saying, "Hey, we've got men and women from America killing innocent men and women who are in line for food and aid that you are paying for. This shit is real. What are we going to do?"
Follow Dick.
We've got
Flow State's got all
still
kinds
like-
of
I'm still
donations
shocked.
coming in. Maybe Flow State could take like an appropriated donation to solve this
Well,
problem.
I can't do that.
Appropriated funds.
Yeah, Flow State. We're gonna need you to do that for
I'll
all of
set
us.
it aside in an escrow account.
Yeah, I like that
I'll
idea
use it on
too.
myself eventually.
Yeah, we're gonna need you to just funnel that into the Talcott Express.
It'd be good publicity, right? You know.
Speaking of
All right.
of
Who
good
doesn't need
publicity,
another fundraiser scandal?
what is that?
The tax dollars are sponsoring genocide. Every day, good men and women fail to act. The oppression continues. That was one of my thoughts earlier today. We know there's oppression and wars going on in this world. The oppression of workers in their workplace, their rights, their freedoms, their safety is endangered, right? It's not as bad here in America because men and women before us have fought to change the rules and the laws of the society we live in. But the corporations outsmarted the American public, right? They've got full-time people working in law and accounting and economics, and they know the power of money amongst the deceived. Propaganda has been proven to be profitable. I mean, we live in a world of evil. Why? Because good men and women have sat back and accepted the oppression of others. Why is America and the free world, Canada, Europe, why is the free world not doing more for Gaza, for the men and women of China, right? What was the name of that group that's been been locked up and imprisoned in China, the Uyghurs, North Korean citizens suffering from continuing propaganda. How long is
I
mankind
never heard
going to?
about this.
There's China and I don't remember the specifics, but they took a nationality. It might be a religion or a faith that's a faith of Islam, I believe, known as the Uyghurs. I could be mistaken, but they're a peaceful people who have been locked up and treated to torture in the prisons of China. And there's lots of documentation. They're being used for slave labor. A lot of the cotton products that are sold to America come from slave workers, right? So our cheap costs of Walmart are coming at a substantial cost. And this American chase for profits, the blind pursuit of power, guys, we're missing out on the beauty that life has. Because this was a note I wrote down today, inspired by a friend of mine. I mentioned I've met some people that are going through similar things that I went through, profound transformation, spiritual, just mind-blowing stuff. We are weak. The way we're designed, we are weak in the presence of beauty. When we pretend to be strong and powerful, pretend to know it all, we miss out on the beauty because we're not allowing ourselves to be vulnerable. This is where men of today and men who raised us were even worse. I don't know how you guys were raised, but my parents were tough on me, man, and strict. I didn't know how to be free. I didn't know how to be authentic. I didn't know how to be worthy. But guys, life is meant to be lived, and to live, we must be with love. And love is a power, it's a force, it's not an emotion. It's beyond thoughts, it's beyond words. Love is who we are at our core. Because in the end, all this is, this life we're living, this realm of matrix and possibilities, we are the dream of life imagined by the heavens, brought forth through the order and the choices of men. Men like us have created the world we live in. Men like us are in the position of president. Donald Trump, Netanyahu, Putin, the people responsible for telling armies what to do are very little different between you and me. And I'd like to remind these people of that Donald Trump and Netanyahu and all of these people, they are exactly like those children who are suffering. I mean, in these war zones and the refugee camps, children aren't getting educated. What are we doing, guys? I know what I'm doing. I know what my goal is, my purpose, my story. I found Veterans for Peace in 2019. That was when I discovered the purpose for me. It's time, and I've been pursuing my purpose. How you guys haven't understood what I'm doing really kind of blows my mind. I'm trying to educate you.
It is astonishing.
It is.
Why are you educating us? We stopped buying that Walmart not free trade cloth a long time ago.
There's still wars continuing. We're not helpless. The people suffering right now without food, without shelter, without safety, they are helpless.
It's like you got to get the right people on the bus and then get them in the right seats, you know. And it's, do you have the right people? And, you know, are they in the right seats? That's the question you got to ask yourself.
Dick, that's a great, in a perfect situation, yes. But when there's an emergency, you don't get to choose who's around you. You don't get to choose who you work with. You deal with the emergency at hand. I suggest there's a fire happening. There's been a fire sale on the American freedom. We've got a president, a commander in chief right now who is establishing his peacetime army in direct violation of the Constitution, as far as I understand it. But that's what he's doing through the recruitment methods. The military recruitment methods are being used for the ICE agents. The ICE agents are being used as a at-home military system for the purposes of what? Tyranny and control. I don't like seeing uniformed men and women carrying around weapons in my hometowns. I never liked seeing the police being armed at the public.
Is that what you have?
What's that?
Do you have uniformed military tromping around?
In Baltimore and Maryland, it's happening.
Mm.
National Guard is being deployed. It happened in California with the active duty Marines and the National Guard. I mean, just because it doesn't happen in our hometown doesn't mean it's not happening. And even worse is happening outside of the U.S. And our diplomats are failing us.
You know, the thing to always remember, Jack, is that every no brings you closer to a yes. And that's just a law of averages and how the universe works. No, that's true. Why are you laughing? Every no brings you closer to a yes. I read that in the first sales books that I read. You just keep knocking on doors till a door opens. Then, you know, sometimes it slams in your face and you got to sharpen up the personality skills, all that stuff. Because it's, you know, it's a long road to do what you're trying to do, right?
Well, let's bring it back into the context of what's being sold and offered too. I don't have to put up with many no's. I don't have to keep offering opportunities for people to do what is right. See, I know my worth. God's been allowing me to discover my worth. And it's far greater than what has been described about me, I'll tell you that. It's far greater than the way I've been treated publicly. That's for sure. But God is with me, guys. And all I'm trying to offer is faith. Faith in your own ability to discern. But if you can't understand what I'm saying, if you don't think about what I'm saying, it's just going to go in one ear and out the other. You'll move on to the next happening. You'll get lost in the next content, the next disagreement. And that's the way that a lot of people's days are happening. But where I'm at,
short, you've already moved people to donate to the trust fund.
Not so much to mine. But that's just it. This is where there's a difference between you and me and Paul and some of the other creators. I'm not looking for donations, not in the slightest. I'm looking for investors. I'm looking for partners. I'm looking for people who give a shit about what I'm doing, see the value in what I'm trying to accomplish, what I'm trying to build, and then we see what we can accomplish. Because I don't quit. I've got a track record to prove my dedication, my loyalty, my worthiness, my integrity. I've got documentation and a reputation that I can stand on. You people who've been spending time with me, I said it earlier, Dick, it blows my mind. Blows my mind that people haven't understood. But this is God's story. And something was shown to me.
If say I brought you $10,000 to invest, would I get some kind of, breakdown or synopsis or even like a just white papers on the investment that show the backbone of it and how the funds are? I mean, has that been thought out?
Well, any conversations with investors, we would discuss what is being made available, right? What is being discussed, and then based upon what's being made available and the reasons behind it, I'd invite people, I'd show them what I'm looking to accomplish, ways I believe that could be accomplished, and help them direct where would they like me to invest what they're sharing. I can easily manage funds. I can easily manage ideas. What I haven't quite learned yet is how to get people willing to be managed, to be manageable.
More NyQuil. Give them more NyQuil.
Drugs are not the
I'll tell you what,
answer.
No, but I'm interested based off of that.
What are you what is your camera just your laptop default camera, Dick? You're so
No, you
bright,
don't like
it's
seeing my man
you're-
boobs?
No, it's like you're time traveling. I mean, I feel like I'm talking to a different era. I don't even
I
see your
think it
face.
looks great, Dick.
No, really. Here, I'll fix it. Give me a second here.
I wasn't worried about it. You were saying something though, Dick. I don't remember what.
He wants to know his ROI for what he's going to invest. And I was saying, if you
I also
invest
wanna know
in
that.
me, like, go ahead, Jack.
Well, imagine the possibility of being able to say, yeah, holy shit, wars ended and Jack Talcott actually accomplished that. I got to be a part of that. I was there at the beginning when he was looking for people. He hadn't found investors or opportunities, but really, this is something I've been trying to help people realize. I think what God is looking for us to do with each other is to introduce each other to love. This makes sense to me logically because I know God is love. It's through love that people find greater purpose. It's through love that people discover more inspiration, more beauty, more reason
That's
to
better.
continue. Is it?
Look, we're already going to tell people that.
Well, regarding with me, this is all I've been looking for people to do with me. Tell someone about me. I mean, if you see value in me, introduce someone to me. It will help me grow. Ideally, if you think someone is willing to work with me, if they'd like to learn from me, they want to test out my knowledge as far as helping people overcome addictions, helping people achieve clarity in their own goals, helping people find their own personal relationship with God and love and life. I feel I can help people do that. And then for people who want
That's
to be
where the bumper sticker would be huge, Jack. And,
I was
and I'm
just
not even
thinking I'd
kidding
love a
because
bumper
You can't tease me on the bumper
seriously, no. Check it out. I was sitting in a parking lot outside of Goodwill because I like going in the thrift stores, and I look behind me, and this car has "Honk All You Want." I'm listening to this whatever jazz music, and I instantly I had to go check it out because I like jazz music, and it was just a very creative way to suggest go check this thing out. So you could say the same thing with Jack, right? Like honk all you want. I'm listening to Jack Talcott about ending wars and legal secrets, and boom,
Joe Cool
people
has
are
a
going to
bumper
tune in.
sticker. Joe Cool has a Joe Cool Chicago bumper sticker.
Y'all remember?
But is
Obama?
it a compelling one that's thought provoking that actually directs you towards the content that you're trying to promote?
It was like, watch Joe Cool or you're racist.
That's funny. There you go.
I can see that.
That doesn't surprise me. Joe's a smart dude. I'm sure he'll be creative when he does stuff like that.
Well, I can tell you, before I found the purpose of trying to end wars and address the U.S. government, I found the live without fear. when I found the idea of Live Without Fear, I was living with the mind of a coach, right? What would be a helpful lesson for people to know? Initially, I thought it was important to think positively because that's what I was doing. I had changed my mindset from being negative focused to catching myself. When I found something negative I was thinking about, I would flip it around and find a better idea, something more positive. So initially, I started out with living positive now was the message I was feeling, but it wasn't right because that's where these overly positive people, they pretend that there's nothing wrong. Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about authenticity, about truly being without fear, being fearless in your love, in your life, in your willingness to live, in your willingness to love.
What if everybody's already without fear?
Untrue.
It's not true.
Impossible.
I'm afraid of many things. Chuck's here.
It's like Chuck.
Wait, hold on. Does Chuck
What's
still
up,
have
fellas?
the clipping mic?
Thank you for your contributions to the Flow State Trust Fund.
Yes, thank you so much for your contribution, Chuck. I do have a question for you though, because we figured this out with Snafu, to where on the StreamYard thing, if you went from speaker to headset or audio default,
I'm on headset.
Okay, well,
I'm
I'll
on a
try you in your
headset.
microphone then. It's okay.
Well, I'll see if I can scrounge up enough pennies and I'll buy a new
No.
setup.
The thing is that we're all sitting at desktops and Chuck is moving around, so it's not his mic, it's his connection.
And it's Bluetooth, so this new phone has no hardwire capability.
Understood. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
So my apologies if my audio's crappy, sir.
It's okay. No, I forgive you, Chuck. You're a very valuable person in this space.
Can fix
Did
the
you get my
glitching by
thing
putting
over?
his volume. You can fix the glitching by putting his volume at automatic volume control, and it'll remove the glitching.
I got a 2i2.
I just tried
Because
that.
he probably, like an arrogant old man, put his volume all the way up.
No, sir. It's on automatic.
I just
and
changed.
echo cancellations. Oh, did it change again,
Sounds
Jack?
better. Oh my goodness.
My apologies.
Hey,
thing,
oh my
Jack,
goodness.
You know that's
StreamYard has a
interesting is,
mind
like,
of its own.
you have these broadcasters on your stream that all have audiences, and they could be promoting you and talking about you. How often is Flow State doing a quick Jack Talcott promotion of sorts?
I do it every stream. I've got plenty of clips of Talcott. Everybody who watches me knows who Talcott is.
Okay,
that is true.
So you're promoting
true.
Landry.
Hey, my
I
mom
don't
is
think
single.
Landry's promoting Jack the way he could
Well,
be.
I haven't
public
heard Landry
relations
promote
costs
Jack.
He
money.
does a decent job. So
Look at how
I
upset
think
Jack
Landry
is.
just needs to
Barely
pull
opened
his
eyes.
weight promoting Jack. Otherwise, I think OTW and Flo do promote you. So you have ambassadors getting the word out.
It's
Kinda tell
indirect
people.
promotion because in marketing terms, talk about me good, talk about me bad, just as long as you talk about me. In other words, you're not talking about anybody else. So it is
Any
indirect
promotion is good promotion, is that what you're saying?
OTW?
Say what?
A Scarlet 2i2.
So since Chuck has joined, I haven't been able to say a word. Maybe I noticed that because I really wonder what is Chuck's purpose here besides following Flow State, Powder Dusty, and trying to annoy me. But
I wasn't following
hey, Chuck,
Flo.
Chuck, yeah, whatever. You're a man of excuses and denial. Your patterns of denial are keeping you confused because you refuse to accept what others say. It's the pattern of the ego. You're better than what you've done, and Chuck, I'm a hell of a lot better than what you've said. And back to the conversation that was being had regarding OTW and Powder Dusty promoting Jack and OTW, that's an excuse that you can use. I know that's an excuse you have used, and you too, Powder Dusty.
What?
There has been positive reflection of me, intermittent, but the trash talking and the enabling of trash talking against me.
Like what you're doing right now about me?
Yes.
No, actually, I'm politely addressing you face to face as a man, trying to help you find accountability for yourself. Because the facts are the facts. You can argue about facts, but if you're not willing to accept the truth, then you're a liar.
Well,
And Chuck,
anybody
you're
who
a
claims
liar.
to have a monopoly on the truth is a liar.
I'm a liar? You've been
Yes.
listening to Landry.
No, I haven't said that in many, many weeks.
And
No,
may
Chuck,
I
you're-
intervene here and say, in my defense? Can I
do
say
you feel you're being
something in my
attacked?
defense? I have no, but I just like feel like I'm compelled to say something, and is that I've always given credit where credit's due when it comes to your you defeating alcoholism, right? So this is like I've
Right.
always promoted that when it comes to your
Live without
accomplishments
beer.
in that particular area, and I will always acknowledge that because that's one of the things that I admire about you, Jack.
When did
So
this
there
become
might
the OTW?
have other issues, but the one that for me keeps your credibility alive in my eyes is the fact that you have overcome alcoholism, and that is something that I do admire and will always
Great.
admire.
Great.
You know,
Great. Thank
But
you
how
for
could you tie that? How could you tie that into a way to get people to give you money for the investment?
you're
Some
you're
jokesters
missing,
tonight, huh?
you're missing the point. Again, the focus on money is a distraction. I've said over and over and over, what I'm looking for is people willing to share their connections, maybe help me establish some connections to other creators so that we can collaborate.
I don't think
Maybe
that
do
OTW was
something more
joking.
than just talk about people, right?
That's a good point, Jack. I think
I don't think
got one for you.
OTW was joking at all. Actually,
I don't think he was.
being 100% serious. And I've said that as well, Jack. I mean, I think that is the foundation because you have credibility there, so you have something to build off to actually get that momentum, you know. And I think it's part of the message. I don't think it's like, you know, the whole wheel or something. It's just a spoke.
Thank you. It's a small spoke. So please recognize that it is an achievement that many others have struggled with. And I have experience with it. I have my own personal success. And let's also consider that maybe the lessons I learned through that experience might have been actually directly transferable to other areas of my life because it was. And this is what I've learned. I've actually been learning how to become more well-rounded, less rigid and fixed. I've been learning how to mature, how to become more enlightened, lightening my load, right? Releasing the problems and the darkness that I don't want to carry. You can laugh, but
I thought that was a joke. Sorry,
It's-
not in a mean way. I just thought that. Sorry, it's childish. I get it. Sorry.
He's
The
he's
truth-
five.
He's
He thinks that
Landry.
loads
Amen.
always mean load.
well, the truth is funny. And yeah, I do like laughing, but you guys have been laughing at me, not really making much fun for me to laugh with you. And I really
You want to hear
have
what Jim Bob said when I invited him to do a one-on-one with you?
Oh, he was probably disrespectful.
What did he say?
He wasn't.
I'm very curious,
disrespectful. He
actually.
just said he's not scheduling anything right now.
That would be cool to see that
Oh,
exchange.
that's an open door. Sounds like to me.
Yeah.
He didn't shut it permanently.
awesome,
he just
actually.
didn't schedule anything right now. He said, what he
That's
tried to
good.
say at first, he said, but he'll be watching, and if he has time, he might join. And I said, well,
Thank you.
No, I was invited. The point was to put you two together, and that if he
Thank you.
doesn't commit to it, then it's not happening.
Sure.
But the door's open in the future.
You know
So
what?
don't act like
Thank
your
you.
boy's not
Cool.
doing shit for you.
I can't. And that is where you are
What
good.
about Andrew Wilson?
Come through.
Dude, what is it always going to be? Andrew Wilson. There's Andrew Wilson. That every person.
Because it's one of the top three, Landry. Where you been? He's
What is
got
Andrew
a
Wilson
list.
going to say
bucket
besides
list.
like owning the Democrats?
Well, here
It was
again, you're
Jim
not-
Bob, it was Andrew Wilson, and then also Anton Daniels. That's his top three. I'm just,
Well-
seeing where we're at with that whole list.
Hey, Dick,
Well,
thank you.
I started at the bottom.
Thank you.
I started at the
Yeah.
bottom, and I was going
Yes.
to climb my way. because
Yeah.
that's typically how it goes. Is
Yes.
Jim Bob will debate somebody, and then Andrew will be like, "Oh, I want a piece of it," right? So I started where you start, and I'm doing things behind the scenes. I don't get credit for because I don't ask for credit for it. All I ask for is donations, and I just don't appreciate the disrespect that sometimes I get when I'm out here doing things for you.
All right. Fair
Andrew
enough.
and
Fair enough.
yeah, Andrew and Anton seem to be on fire. They're both doing really good.
Yes, they are.
Although
And
maybe if Jack doesn't be too mean to be between now and then, I'm going to Debate-A-Con. So I will have some time to talk to Andrew and them in person, and maybe I'll bring up Jack.
Sweet.
hey, you know what? Sincerely, thank you. If you're willing and they become willing, it's not what I'm proposing is not what they're used to. Okay. What I'm talking about is let's have polite discussions, right? Like adults, not arguing, not trying to make each other look bad, but we can have fun talking about it. The philosophies of religion, economics, and politics. Because you're right, Andrew Wilson does a great job of defending one side. Jim Bob, I think he does the same, but there's more sides to the story. And I feel like if given the chance, I've been learning, guys, and I've been growing. You guys have been helping me grow already.
Now, can we get Chuck back up here?
Yes, we can. God dang you guys. You're so lovable and so frustrating at the same time, but sincerely, my faith is with God. God is the mystery of life. My life is a mystery. I mentioned this in a previous stream not long ago. If you allow life to be a mystery, God becomes more clear. When you think you've figured out life, you're in for a surprise, my friend.
I think that exchange with you and Jim Bob would be really interesting, though, because he's got a very dogmatic, structured philosophy on the Bible and just how rooted it is in that Christianity, and just, very much everything is kind of supporting and backing up that belief. And so I know you're going to come more from that angle of that we've all got that Christ potential and kind of that accountability with that. So it'd be great to see just the two different mindsets.
Is he Orthodox?
Yeah, he's Orthodox. And part of it, I wonder if I'm not actually the right, because I've debated with him too, but against Jim Bob enough times that it might feel like a bit of a trap to him. I'll
be there, Flo.
I'll let things cool off for a minute, and I'll circle back around if I don't hear anything new on that front.
Thank you.
And it's actually a real opportunity, I would say. Two people from very different places coming together to have a meeting of the minds, or at least see where, they might find that.
The downside is I recognize the facts. I mean, these people, they're not really gaining a lot by what I'm immediately bringing. I don't have the viewers. I don't have the reputation.
They are, though, because you make great content, whether you love it or hate it. You do make good content, and these are people that stream every day, and they need content. So if nothing else, you're an interesting
character, yeah.
An interesting exhibit for them. And I can live with that, because the idea, and Landry was saying, why Andrew Wilson? Well, he's good at what he does. He draws in the viewers and the numbers. And same thing with Anton Daniels. I actually have respect for all of those men. And that's why I'm curious if they'd be willing to talk.
Why is your
There's
message
zero
falling
chance
flat
if they
with
did
them?
it that it would not be wildly entertaining. So they'd be fools to not do it, I think. Jim Bob should definitely do it. I think it would be great.
He's a little bit more fast and loose with things, right? Like he'll get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I'll circle back around with Jim Bob.
Hey, thank you. I want to welcome Denizen too. Welcome to you, brother. Good to see you.
Greetings.
How you doing?
Good to see you, sir. I mean, I'm gonna steal a Talcottism and say I feel blessed.
Think of the alternative.
Katie and I went back.
Right,
and watched
feeling
you guys
like
on
shit,
10th Man.
right?
What was that,
Katie
Dusty?
and I went back and watched you guys on 10th Man reviewing when Richie came up. And that shit was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie.
It had me laughing.
Who did you lose? We lost people.
We lost Landry.
What?
Oh,
Oh, that might be my fault.
Do you and Landry not get along?
Yeah, I committed the ultimate sin.
we do that sometimes.
What?
What's the ultimate sin?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
I defended TML, and he doesn't like TML, I guess.
Well,
Not rigorously either. I just said I think TML is an actual intellectual and knows what he's talking about.
I agree with you. There's been if Denizen, you seem the type, you're like me. You're willing. Well, no, then again, you do shut the door on people, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, that's new though. That's very
Okay.
new.
All
But yeah,
right.
it's a thing I'm trying right now, which is like having boundaries and enforcing them. And again, it comes down to what you want, right? That's my deal. And I think there's room there for you where you and I are still the same, right?
Yeah.
Because ultimately what you want is to be more open, and you're kind of trying to choose where that line is.
That's exactly it. Where I was taking that though is with Landry. Him and I had our differences and disagreements, but I think as long as you're willing to communicate, he's not a bad guy. You know,
Who, Landry?
He seems reasonable.
No, I still like him. I'm a little disappointed about how he's acting about our
I mean, as
first
long as he's
disagreement.
willing to leave the panel anytime he encounters somebody he doesn't like, then you never have to worry about it.
True. That's true. And we don't want to assume he is a dad too with a little one.
Yeah, he just got busier. His connection dropped.
Yep. Yeah. So anything is possible.
You guys can withhold assumptions all you want, you saints, I assume.
Well, here's what I was saying. I said it to Landry, and I didn't mean to be disrespectful to anyone, but I feel blessed. I was talking about this with Rose and Jason to have stumbled into friendship with them, meeting them, many of the other people I've met. This panelverse, holy crap, this has been such a fun and hilarious experience for me. It's been frustrating as hell, but what I see, Powder Dusty, OTW, Denizen, I haven't seen it from Chuck, but Chuck's here for a reason too. There's creativity, there's intelligence, there's a lot of value. There's some pretty amazing people who've gathered together. So for any one of us to join in and think we're something special, that's not actually the truth. Even our friend Polly Boy, who tries so hard, and Luma Tommy, they try so hard.
So, can I ask a question now that I see Mitch down there? OTW, what happened with Mitch's dick?
There's something there that I don't understand, but are you there?
I don't
OTW?
know what happened with his thingamajiggy there, but I saw something else. It was
You saw a vagina?
Not that. No, I saw a big potato.
Potato.
Okay.
I mean, like he's got a huge dick.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, it was
Like a soda can dick?
he was holding his balls
Were
in his
you
hand,
impressed
and
by
they
it?
kind of
Oh,
popped out
potato.
like a mushroom.
What did I
Yeah,
walk?
Actually, that
Potato,
makes
yeah.
more sense, right?
Made the shape of a
'Cause-
potato.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
that
I
does
asked
prove
him. He
his
came
gender.
back. Hey, listen. Wait. Listen.
Oh, Jack doesn't
he
like
came
this on his
back.
panel.
All right, but I'm just gonna say it real quick then, okay? He came back.
You
and
say it quick, it's
I
okay.
told him backstage. Listen to this. Hold on, okay? It's
Get it out
good.
quicker.
He came back and asked me. Said, well, he didn't ask me. He was backstage, right? And I told him, I said, at least show me the potato. Please show me that it was an actual potato that you showed us and it wasn't your balls, right? And he just like showed me his balls. Oh yeah, he just like really dropped both of them out and backstage, and I was like, okay, so it wasn't a potato. So I let him back up on stage because the guy was like brutally honest and was willing to show his balls 2 times. I mean, hey, you got to give it to the guy, all right? I mean, what can you say, man? That's like bringing receipts.
Jack, you think we're the ones to end wars? Really?
Holy shit! God is testing me.
That's the tall ladder.
My faith.
Or is he testing your fortitude?
Or is he testing?
Sometimes
is Tommy still back there?
That otherwise wouldn't be funny, you son of a bitch. But that was perfectly in context. Didn't Jesus come back with a sword or some shit?
Welcome back.
And he was specific, right? Like he's not giving up on peace, right? But in this case,
testicular.
People need to be chopped. You know, they need to be sliced.
We saw a rising of a dead individual last night, didn't we, Flo?
Oh yeah, Joshua Jones is alive.
He returned from the grave.
Jack's already zoned out now. He's like,
Jack is busy thinking about Mitch's dick.
He can't. He doesn't. The listening is abuse, so he's gone to his happy place.
He's dissociated.
Yes, he's disassociating.
I was trying to multitask.
You were multi-personalitying.
No, I was tuning this out too, intentionally.
Is that all on the topic of Mitch's dick?
Yes, let's move on from that.
Is
Thank
Tommy gone? Or is he still backstage?
Tommy's been blown up backstage for a minute.
I know, that's why I asked.
Right. And so what do you think?
Yeah, and Chuck.
Yes. I'm listening.
I was going to say, Mitch probably wants a piece of your ass. But go ahead, Jack.
My ass?
Well,
oh yeah, he's been spurging in chat about you. So.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look. Thank you.
A homeless man who can't stop waving his genitals around. Aren't you concerned?
Well, I want to come back to what Chuck was worried about. Tommy in the back. Do you want to go back and keep him company, Chuck? I mean, why are you asking about Tommy? What do you think should happen?
I just kept seeing the chat box light up was the only reason I asked.
And then what? But based on the answer, then what? What did you want?
Well, I don't know what you want to do with him, was my question.
You don't? You don't think
he doesn't like me, Jack. I'm the last person.
I don't like you.
I like
wow. I'm going to pull my balls out, I guess. No, that ain't happening.
Jack, that wasn't very Christ-like.
It was honest, Scott. You don't know Christ.
Shut up, Scott.
Well, okay. Is OTW pretending to be Christ? Now you know Christ and he's next to you? Fuck off. Jack, I do know Christ, and that wasn't very Christ-like.
So you claim.
I'm certain of it.
You say a lot of things as well, Scott. I love you, my friend.
I love you, but
you're not one to be sitting here trying to judge me on Christ.
It's not a judgment. I'm just trying to say, have a good Friday and don't be mean to people. If he's being mean, I can understand that.
That kind of sounded like a judgment.
Oh, Jack, jump on me. Come on.
Well, I don't want to, Scott. This is what I don't get. Why you're trying to tell me what to do and not accept what I'm saying.
Wait a second. Do you really not get it?
I'm not trying to tell you what to do, and I
do
apologize
get it, right,
if
Jack?
I came off that way. Here's the deal, though. I didn't really see the call for blasting Chuck like that. That's why I replied. That's all, and I may be wrong because I haven't been here but 5 minutes.
But why do you not want to listen to Jack? Why are you just
I should. I ran off a little bit because I got a little bit into my fucking feelings and thought about it. Maybe I should have said something, quite honestly.
Thank you.
However, let me apologize now.
Scott, this is one of the things I do respect and truly appreciate about you is when you're willing, you're very reasonable. You're willing to look at yourself and say, "All right, maybe I made an error there." And that is actually what I was trying to point out to you, Scott. You didn't understand what you were jumping into, but there's a reason. And so for you to automatically jump to the conclusion and the judgment, that's not very Christ-like, Jack. You're missing the point of what's happening, dude. Because I think it would be Christ-like to be willing to die for others, which I am. I think it's Christ-like to be willing to do whatever it takes to try and save children, other people.
Well, I did say that's not very Christ-like. I didn't say you're not very Christ-like, Jack. I didn't say that.
Okay. All right. That's fair and that's true. You're right. I took it personally.
But just saying,
Scott,
FYI,
are you going to invest? Hey,
give you a heads up.
Scott, are you going to invest? Are you going to invest in Jack's vision?
Yeah, I gotta be honest. When you came up,
I
I literally looked at you and I thought of Psycho Stu having trimmed up his beard a little bit. I was like, Dick looks like Psycho Stu, son of a bitch. So, why'd you crack that can on Rajah's head?
The sale till you open a relationship, Scott. Whatever that means to you.
Right, I get that, but I don't have a beer can. I can't do that. So, going on with the whole thing with Jack.
You show up after all this time. Where you been, Scott? What you been doing
hiding under
out
a
there?
rock. Hiding under a rock, moving, taking care of crazy shit. Just everything.
Anything that would actually bring value to the conversation or help Jack with his pursuits?
The value of the conversation, I'm actually thinking about starting tomorrow, to be honest with you, and telling some stories just because, well, might as well get them out there. So, I don't know. I might even, Jack's talked to me about some of my crazy shit that other people don't know about. But the truth behind it all is, I don't know. We're here for Jack, so we don't need to go into that. I may set up a stream in the next day or two and start discussing something. You're welcome to show up. It'll be on, a channel's got to be that's tied to this or something similar. I'll make it available through, Jack and Flo or something. I'll have them, post a link to it if I can.
Sounds good.
Thanks for the update.
Whatever we can do to help. Today, here. Let me take over.
I didn't want to antagonize him, Jack, because he'll just go on and on and on. That was a good place to cut it off and just say, okay, let's end it there.
Oh, by the way, Dick, I got more.
Here, let me.
There's more.
Let's just hold it for a break or something, Scott.
I'm holding it right now. I don't need a break.
Let's do part 2 some other time.
Part 2? Man, I'm new here, and I know that's part, at least 118.
I'm still on part 1 here. I'm still holding it. Just relax, guys. Take your time.
Calmer than you are.
I'm doing just fine, Dennis.
Calmer than you are.
Maybe. So, one thing, Jack, can I tell you something interesting I'm thinking about doing?
Sure, please.
Taking a drone up and starting to talk while it's up and just showing different sites around where I am and what I'm doing.
Very cool.
And then, I got a bunch of drones, so every once in a while, if people donate enough, I'll crash the fucker. And, for the right amount of donos, I'll crash it into whatever they want me to crash it into, potentially. All right, none of that crap. I'm not doing targeted shit. Never mind, that's crazy. But, maybe water and stuff like that, or,
Wow, I just went to my happy place.
It could be a happy fucking stream, right?
You know what you could do is fly I don't know if it'd be legal, but like can you do that where you basically run a banner behind it? Then you could promote Jack's channel, and every once in a while, as the traffic increase, he could do a poll to see like how many people are coming here from the Scott to be blimps.
What I could do and not really do a banner, because the way drones work is they have both upward and downward thrust at the same time. So a banner, I don't think would work. The tow thing, there's probably some way to do it. However, I know you can drag fishing line out, so I do have the rigs to drag fishing line out. So yeah, you should probably be able to do a banner. Yeah, that's the only thing you'd have to do is you could drag fishing line. So I could, with my fishing line rigs, I could drag a banner, and then I think just before you land it, you'd have to drop the thing and let go of it, like like you lose a line.
Was that Patrick?
No, I think it was Dick.
I think that was P-Boy.
So,
no, I'm invested. This is riveting, Scott. I would say tell us more, but
yo, what up, Untrackable?
Let's
my homie from way back.
God, please.
Yeah.
It's a good idea, Jack.
Welcome.
Great idea,
Welcome,
Jack.
Untrackable. How are you?
Untrackable. Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Welcome to Movie Phone, brought to you by 93.3.
Truly jealous of this man's beard DNA. And like I've known him for years, that he can grow it out even longer and fuller than that.
Mm-hmm.
What is the question? If I can ask, what is the question tonight?
Why Scott's such a
just to be respectful
you know what?
to the host,
Denizen, don't do that.
Jack's beard DNA is not terrible. Look at Jack's beard; it's pretty goddamn decent. It's got some gray in it, and I'm not just trying to butter up your balls, Jax. I know I am here a little bit, but it's a decent beard, man. If I could grow it solid, I would.
God blessed me in many ways and challenged me in many others.
Word. I so feel that to the core.
Right? That's all.
And I gotta be grateful for whatever he did bless me with, as inadequate as it seems, right?
Denizen,
yeah,
that is the lesson.
Like, holy shit.
You just said the lesson for life. Learn how to accept what you've received. And that includes who you are.
No matter how small the package.
We receive every opportunity, every idea, every feeling. Those are received through us. And we are the result of the reception. We're the result of what the universe has reflected upon us. We receive all of this information, whether it's we're consumers and transformers. We're energetic bodies holding a physical form. We're nothing more than that. We're nothing less than that. We are the power of time and consciousness. And that, my friends, is infinitely powerful. There are no limits, no known limits to time or consciousness. Untrackable.
Yes. It goes along with this is patience. And that is, you have what you have. But when you deal with others, they may not have what you have. So you have to have patience with others, because then it leads into forgiveness. It's like, I forgive you for your failure because, yes, I could have done it better or faster or stronger or whatever. But I'm busy over here doing what I was doing. And when I come to help you, I have to have that forgiveness. I have to have that patience. I have to respect that you may not have what I have.
Right. And also realize that there may be an opportunity to exchange. Every interaction between us, people, I agree with what you're saying, but beyond just patience, what I heard from you describing was accountability. personal accountability, right? Recognizing that when things go wrong, maybe I could have done something different. Maybe it's not entirely someone else's fault. And that is what I want to bring into the White House and into the men and women of Congress, some accountability. I'm sick and tired of watching people of immense responsibility blaming others so that they avoid any sort of accountability. That's happening in the White House. The National President of America just renamed the Defense Department into the War Office. So now what's his name, who was the Secretary of Defense, is now the Secretary of War. This guy's an incompetent moron based on his public record and information, yet our Commander-in-Chief, Donald Trump, has chosen him to be responsible for the military. The U.S. just took action against a really unidentified boat outside of Venezuela under the claim that the U.S. is now at war against the drug cartels.
They declared war on the drug cartels for certain. They did that in Mexico.
It's all a game of war, and there's high risks involved with war, and men and women are dying. And men and women unknowingly through the tax system are paying so men and women elsewhere can die.
And we're not even getting that good of a quality of life out of it anymore. They're taking away all the privileges of being the colonial racist empire. Now you will take all your money, kill all the brown people, take all their stuff, and not share it with you. You get nothing too. What do you think this is?
I think Jack cut out.
It looks like his camera froze. Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, we can say something while he comes back, I guess. Keep it running.
Yeah, like what he just said, that we have a Secretary of War. So we always have, right? Since the National Security Act, this is the way the government's been. It, a President Eisenhower warned about it, like 60 years ago.
Okay.
But now they don't even, like, they used to have the pretty names for shit, in that dystopian kind of Orwellian way. Now they're just going full fascism in your face, where they don't even, not going to have what's the word I'm looking for, like these innocuous names for horrible things. They're just going to go ahead and be more in your face about what it is, right?
But
They
it was
literally
incorrect. It would have been incorrect to call it the Department of Defense and Secretary of Defense, because the militaries do not defend our country.
Exactly.
They're foreign facing, and they're a war machine. So,
and now they're just coming out with it. Now they're just going to say the Secretary of War and the Department of War, like GFY.
We have the National Guard, and we have local and state.
Right. It's time for us to change things. Why don't we have a future planning department? Right? If we were future thinking, we would put war as the lowest priority, the lowest choice. If we wanted a truly safe and free nation, war would not be the first choice. It would be the absolute last resort. But we don't have that. We have a government that is proudly standing on the war mentality.
Everything is police America, and war is part of that. The policing of America.
Right. Is that good for you? You appreciate that?
No, absolutely not. But where does it start? Hold on, don't get angry. I mean, I was just going to share something. Fuck.
I know, but you're not actually understanding. You're sharing things that aren't helping.
How the fuck do you know I didn't say anything?
Because it's based on
what did I share?
It's based on what you've offered since you've been here, Scott.
Jack, are you familiar with the municipal rule? That's where all the problems start. Maybe you should start there. What's the municipal rule?
Great deflection. I was trying to address your
All
behavior.
right, Jack. Have a good night. I don't need to be correct.
I know you think you don't. You think you're flawless, and you find little value in what I'm doing, and it blows my mind.
I think what I've heard you say before, and I am not against it, is the breaking down of borders. Like, this is the globe we live on. Why is it so hard for resources to transfer to those who need
Nationalism.
them, and those who need them? And why can we
Nationalism.
not? Exactly. But Jack has
And
said this
corporate
before.
capitalism.
It's not a knock on Jack. This is a plus. Why can I not travel to Canada without a piece of paper, without a purpose?
You can if you're creative enough and you're willing to do what you need to do it. You can do anything you want. Now, there's consequences for doing what you want. There's consequences for nonconformance and for defiance of the rules. But you can do whatever you want, untrackable.
I'm sorry. I just had this conversation earlier on another panel about the inalienable rights. And they said, hey, why are they inalienable? Because you can't stop me from trying. And it is your effort as a government to stop me from trying. What is the group that is going to stop me from trying?
What are you trying to do?
That is the thing.
I think you're just talking about things that you're thinking. I mean, you're remembering. I'm not sure where you're taking us.
No, sir. No, sir. I can say what I want to say, and the only thing that's going to stop me from saying it is you and come and shut my mouth. The only thing that is going to stop me from physical acts is somebody else that is a greater power than myself. The only thing that is going to stop me from defending myself from committing these acts in the direction that I'm going will be a greater force. But who creates the greater force? It seems to be this government. No, it is the governmental things.
You're denying it's God, and you're giving power to the government. Untrackable, please.
Please. If God drove me,
I'm asking you, please.
Okay.
If God told you what? Maybe you were landing it somewhere.
Yes. You are a person.
Right.
You can use your person.
Right.
The only thing that will ever stop your person
is your choices.
No.
Untrackable. Before you argue, think about the facts behind what I'm saying. The only thing that stops you from anything is your choices. Other people may present themselves as more powerful than you, and maybe there are challenges for you to do what you want to do, but it's your choices that tell you when to stop. It's your choices that tell you when to move. It's not your choices. You've given your power to others.
Well, I mean, are you a believer in Jesus Christ?
Yes, obviously.
Okay, then. Once your powers have been taken away, did you share and help others believe in you so that they will?
How about you try and pay attention to here? Can you be present here and now? Because where you're going is somewhere in the past. What I heard from you. Did I prove to others? No, I didn't prove to others. That's why I'm here talking to you. And what you're talking about you're not considering what I'm saying. I'm bringing God into the equation. You're saying, no, God is not the power is government. You've been deceived, Untrackable, and I'm trying to help you understand what I know. I know this is the truth, guys. And so, Untrackable, back to what you were saying. There are people of power. There are obedient employees. There is real life oppression that is happening. Okay? But the world condition of obedience can be broken. Now, I'm not talking about out of control rebellion, but I am talking about defy the limiting beliefs. Defy the limiting ideas. We don't have time to spend all of our time on problems. There are enough problems in this world, and talking about the problems doesn't do anything. The reason I was so inspired today, holy cows, inspired isn't quite enough. The reason I was titling today's stream like that is I feel I've got a lot to offer. And I've been inviting people to please explore what I'm offering, because what I'm offering is evidence that the state of our world is out of control. And faith, I'm offering faith that God has created us to be the solution.
And I'm just saying there will be blood.
Why are you saying that? You say a lot of things, Untrackable, but it doesn't mean it has any relevance to what is being said. Why? Okay, based on what I said about changing the world, confronting the problems of the world, if people are, it will result in blood. You think there's not blood being spilled because of inaction?
It is the contradiction to whatever it is that you want.
That's you.
You're
the contradiction to everything I want here in the present moment. And I don't
I am
understand
not.
why.
I am not the contradiction.
But you're not in support of what I'm saying. You're finding reasons to keep yourself separated from what I'm saying. You haven't explained why you're saying the things that you're saying. Okay? And I love you, my friend. I'm trying to share understandings.
I just want to ask a quick question. So, I mean, I mean this very respectfully. If there's something else going on, but have you been drinking, Untrackable?
Yes.
All right. You're not. Your mind.
See, this is what OTW was talking about earlier, Jack, and I'll leave it at that.
Thank you. I wasn't aware, but brother,
but it's a thing to where you are so sober that everything that you do is right and everything everybody else does is wrong when we're trying to come to the same conclusion.
Untrackable, you're lying to yourself. The reason that was brought up is your mind is clearly not as clear as you're imagining it to be. I'm sure that you're feeling confident in what you're saying. You're speaking clearly, but you're not present here with the conversation. It's like you're in your mind somewhere else. And it's not a problem of the drinking alone. Okay, it's a pattern of the way the world has taught us to be. And the way we're taught to be is shown clearly on these online panels. Hanging out and talking at each other, it's a distraction from really accomplishing things.
But it can also be a problem with other people's minds that I'm chilling and I'm trying to talk to you. And maybe you're so caught up in your mind, and please don't take that as offense.
Mm-hmm.
But you're trying to do something here with
I am trying to do something here with my channel, and what you are bringing is not in support of what I am trying to do, Untrackable.
Have you ever had a question in your mind?
All the time. I'm constantly questioning. I'm filled with wonder.
Oh, okay. So then why is me in my mind, whether I've been drinking or not, such a trouble for the question in your mind?
You're not a trouble. That's your narrative. You're presenting yourself as though you're a victim here, Untrackable, and I know you're not a victim. You're a victim of our misunderstanding because the confusion is not in my mind. I am of clear mind. I'm paying attention here in the present moment. I'm actively listening. I'm actively involved in the conversations, and I'm trying to guide conversations in the directions that I want to take them. I don't know if you've realized that. The host of the
Right.
channel, a lot of
But
times, if
you
they've got something, they want to take it a particular direction.
but you are only in control of your channel. You
And what are
cannot
you
control
in?
my
And
mouth.
why are you not controlling your own mouth? Here, you're demonstrating what you said, okay? If you want me to present myself as more powerful than you and start fucking controlling you like you're an out of control little child, unable to control himself, I'll do that for you. Okay? I'm tired of playing that role, and I would love to speak with people who are human, who actually give a shit about what's being lived right in front of them. So I can play your games Untrackable, but I know you don't need that.
I'm not playing a game, Jack. I'm
You're
talking to you because I don't need to talk to you. I love to talk to you.
I realize that. But what you love talking about is not relevant to what I am wanting. Can you understand that? I'm trying
What
to
do
be
you
polite.
what do you want, Jack?
I've said it several times. I was inspired today. I am ready to take some actions, real life steps. I am taking real life actions and real life steps, online and offline, for the purposes of trying to do something substantial, something that's never been accomplished in the history of our world. That's what I'm setting my goal on. If you don't care about my goals, why should I care about what you think or what you remember? Please. I don't want to be disrespectful or mean or rude or offensive, but I
I,
really
wa-
do
I want
want people to understand me.
I
Sorry.
want to let you know that I love you, Jack.
I know. I
Um,
know
I'm
you
not
do.
sh- I'm not sure that I'm tuned in to what's going on, but I respect you,
I know.
and I'm gonna say goodnight to you and your audience. Please keep doing what you're doing, um, and I hope to see you again and to be talking about progress later. Please, I love you, Jack.
I love you too, brother. You are a man of honor, and I do respect you as well. Thank you. Thank you for showing up today and for offering another time. Um, that, in my opinion, from him especially, was manners. He's very polite. And I respect manners. I respect politeness. It goes a long way. I think it goes a long way with everyone when we're willing to be um, polite, offering and inviting, being willing to share. That's really what I'm trying to do, guys. I'm trying to share my faith, my love of God. My love of God brought me a love of life. My love of life brought me a love for God. And my life became a mystery. Everything changed around me. I am not who I used to be, and yet I'm still the same old guy. And that's who we
Hey,
all
Jack,
are.
I'm just curious. Just a quick question. Rocky, have you been drinking tonight?
Welcome, Rocky. It's good to see you, my friend.
All right. All righty then. No, but I think that was timely though, because, and look, I'm not trying to take any shots at the guy. He was being honest, and I think he was being heartfelt, and I do think he was being respectful and had a real, loving energy to him. So
yes.
all power to him
Thank
in that. But you know that struggle, man. You've seen it. You've been there, so you know all about that. And I just think it is a powerful part. Well, it's something you've really walked that does strike a chord.
Dick, thank you. And maybe that could have been a different approach for me. Maybe I missed what you were pointing out and that OTW was saying. Recognizing my ability to overcome that pattern. And admittedly, I am pretty blind to the symptoms. So OTW and others, Dick, you guys notice the symptoms more than me. I don't see it.
Well, it's because I hate
inebriation.
alcoholics.
Yeah, same.
That's interesting. See, and I love alcohol. I didn't trust non-drinkers. They didn't make sense to me. I said that.
Yeah, drunk people ignore the only social graces that I agree with in society, right? So it's like every pet peeve is hit when someone's drunk enough.
Yeah. Alcohol really is. It is such a poison to us. Originally, when it was created with the ales and the wines, even the whiskeys, they weren't as toxic as everything is today. But we've turned our society in the chase for profits. It's really become something disgusting. And I saw the world as disgusting for much of my life, and I was miserable. It was tied to my drinking. And once I started changing my attitude towards me, especially when I started getting more sober and started taking those principles of accountability, not just in my relationship with booze, but taking that idea of accountability and honesty to the top degree. That's what I decided was for me. And guess what? I don't care what people say about me anymore. I sleep well at night. I know that God has been providing for me. My life is evidence of words from the scripture already. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and God's righteousness. All else shall be provided for you. I can say that has been true for me for ever since I started down this path. And I never thought my life would lead me to devoting myself to something I couldn't understand. But people do that all the time. Their passions lead them into sciences, history, into creating art, music. People are here to do what has never been accomplished before in our own unique way, with our own unique talents. But someone said it earlier about accepting who you are, good and bad, the light and the dark, all of the blessings and the flaws. If you can accept who you are completely, as though God would accept you completely, well, then you're on the path to completing yourself in the eyes of God. It starts through acceptance, and only those who are willing can accept anything. But the willingness, and this is where I was trying to communicate with Untrackable, the willingness for anything, it only comes from within. But this is my path too. In the end, everything comes from the unknowable. Everything comes from God. And so if you can allow yourself to be weak in the face of God, weak in the presence of beauty, recognizing the beauty that you are, the beauty that surrounds you, the shelter, the convenience, the comfort, all of the prosperity, all of the abundance you've got, if you can align with that you actually feel stronger. And grace.
You know what, Jack?
Please.
I'm, maybe I'm wrong, or maybe Neuralink is the actual answer, Jack, when you think of it. Neuralink will just end all the alcoholism, where we'll at least keep the people, because of all of the technology and everything, like the automated cars and everything. So it'll just keep alcoholics out of their vehicles and to stop killing people. That will be a really good start, So maybe I'm thinking too far ahead here, but maybe Neuralink is the answer.
That's what those who have access to the technology, that's what they believe. I know that we haven't actually explored the natural path to its fullest. Not as a society, not as a collective, not since the nations and the borders have been formed. We haven't tried living naturally with peace. I mean, that's the whole illusion of the state. We give our freedom and our independence away to non-real identities, these ideas of government, the ideas of currency and money. Those are just ideas imagined by someone else. Call them politicians, call them bankers, whatever the hell you want to call them. It's someone else. But those someone else's are just like us. So if someone else can make a problem, we can solve the problem. Back to the grace of God, though, this thought I had earlier. It has to do with God and time. Both of those are absolute mysteries. God and time control us all, whether we realize it or not, but we're united with God. We're united with time, but our mind doesn't pay attention. But regarding time, what I was considering is divine timing. How everything in my experience, when I'm paying attention, everything has been perfectly revealed and perfectly realized at the exact right time. Never early, never late. Everything in my path has been revealed and realized with perfection. So if you can trust in that perfection, then you can walk with comfort until the time that your answers are realized, or your solutions, your results are revealed. But even those ideas, those terms of revealing and realizing, in the Bible, there's the book of Revelations, right? Or Revelation, the revealing, the apocalypse, the change, the transition. Well, that which
maybe
is,
it's me, but sometimes when you move back on your mic, it gets a little bit muffly. It's happened a couple times, but just to tell you.
Hey, thank you, Dick. I appreciate the feedback. Thank you. I'm trying to figure out all of this stuff.
Yeah, I get it.
If you think,
you know what's crazy though, Jack? In a world where the space is seemingly infinite, or at least according to the mind, we can't conceive of a place that has a beginning or an end as far as space either. Because where would it end, and if it did end, where would be beyond that point? But yet simultaneously, it's all happening in exactly the right space. Like, yes. It's all happening in the right time, and it's happening at the right place and space, for everything to unfold the way it needs to, which is wild when you think about it, because, both are just conundrums, really.
They really, really are. I spent a lot of time trying to conceptualize and really understand space, the emptiness between the form, and how that emptiness actually keeps us divided and separated through the ideas of separation. But space is nothing. And so there is nothing that separates any of us from anything or any time. And time is not a thing, it's just a concept. And that's what we are. We're concepts of time imagined by the heavenly creators here sent to earth to live however we want to live. But I'm telling you, there's a reason that we're on this Jesus timeline. Everybody wants to live like him. And we can. The more people start living like him, looking out for their neighbors, caring about one another, actually loving God and life. When you walk with love, nothing matters. And if nothing matters at all, then you don't have anything to lose. So why not walk with love from now on? If it's a choice that's available, it really is the only logical answer. But realizing what love is, this is where I trust in the grace of God. It is by God's grace that our hearts soften or harden. It's by God's grace our minds open or close. We have the will of God available to us, but that is for the righteous. And the righteous align with the truth. And the truth is revealed to us moment by moment by moment. But just because something has been revealed to us does not mean we know it. We don't know something, even if it's been revealed to us, even if it's been shown to us. We don't know something until we've realized the knowing. And that is through the grace of God. All revealing, all realizations are at the perfect time through the grace of God. And it is amazing what Dick was saying. If you step back and look at it, kind of detached from outcomes or expectations, the way that time and everything comes together, it's perfect. There's a perfect order to nature. Why do we think we're so flawed? Why do we spend so much time on the flaws or with the flaws? Especially if we can do something about them. Hey, guys, these thoughts I'm sharing, admittedly, in the life of Jack Talcott, these thoughts and ideas, they're new to me. So if you're not able to accept them or jump on board with these ideas immediately, I get it. I totally get it. But if you can find the value in what I'm saying, if you're willing to take that chance for yourself and walk with love, love without fear, so that you live without fear. And when you live without fear and you love without fear, you don't have many problems. I'm telling you, it's worth the effort for those who want to try. I am more than willing to share my time and support to help others understand what I know about this live without fear message and about God and how those things are direct connections to love and how that's connected to life. Because if someone is willing to learn and know what I know, then you get to carry that knowledge with you for the rest of your life. And who you share with, that's up to you. But I hope what I know is shared. I hope the world learns about God and finds the love for life that I have. Because I'm telling you guys, there's something special happening with this Jack Talcott story. We're all characters in the lives of each other, the people we experience and the people we don't experience, because there's people crying out for us right now. Their voices aren't heard because they're in areas of conflict. They're in areas of disasters, right? We've still got American families. We've still got families here in America recovering from natural disasters, still at the mercy and the compassion of incompassionate government agencies and corrupted insurance companies. We are not free. We are codependent, and the only way to break codependent patterns is for people to become independent. And to become independent, you've seriously got to align with God in the way that Jesus taught and showed, with love and mercy and compassion, recognizing that every one of us, you can see the divine light in another, then you're doing your job. If you cannot see the light of goodness in another, then you've got some work to do on yourself. Because as Jesus said, that which you do to the least of these, you do to me.
True. I have to agree with that last statement right there. That's absolutely true.
Well, please think about what that means too, because as we go through our days disrespecting each other, we're disrespecting ourselves. And I found
True.
a lot of people that find a lot of fun entertaining others, profiting from disrespecting me. You've been one of them, OTW, and I know you don't
Yeah.
deny it.
But I've also recognized that I laugh at myself throughout all of this, you know, in the sense like whatever I'm doing to you, I'm doing to myself indirectly. So it's a matter of being aware, I guess, at one point of how you deal with your ego. And I speak for myself when I say that. It's like it's work that I have to do on myself to do and be better. But you know, we're all on that journey, right? It's the hero's journey, and I guess we're all at a different level of it, right? We can't all be at the same level, but I'm just saying that doesn't mean that we are necessarily at the same level presently. So you know, that being said, I mean, back to you, Jack.
Yeah, that's one thing I had expectations and hope for you, OTW, but not just you, with Paul and Moose and many others. It's a pattern I've had. I really hope for you guys to take your life more seriously and stop taking the entertainment side so seriously, because you're missing out on making some great steps, really accomplishing great things. And I'm not just talking about with me, but that's what was pretty damn clear to me. Landry, there's a long list of people. They've been a part of my experience, and many people have been a long time part of my experience. Speaking of, Illumitami's still in the back. I mean, you guys don't know what you're missing, because when I succeed, which I will, I mean, this live without fear, I think there's plenty of evidence I'm committed to what I'm doing, to the mission of peace, ending wars, sharing live without fear around the world. I've been thinking worldwide since I started. And I've got so many people telling me, oh, focus on the entertaining. Guys, I shared this earlier. The genocide is real. The genocide in the world today is real. The oppression is real. When are we going to take this shit seriously? I do. I'm going to start wrapping up. You guys have any final words? Rocky? OTW?
Thanks for having me, Jack, and much respect.
Much love. Respect to you too. Thank you.
Carry on. Peace.
Thank you for what you brought today. I appreciate it. Blessings to you. How about you, Rocky? Any thoughts before we wrap up?
I'm trying to do better, and that's all I can do.
You are. You're another one. You've been around for a while, and there's a reason. And you frustrated me, Rocky. You frustrated me in the past. I think that's been clear. And today I got kind of frustrated with Untrackable. But the reality is I have felt and seen the respect from him as well as from you too. So thank you for being around, Rock.
All right, thanks. Peace.
Much love to you. And because I care, I'm willing to sit through the frustration and the disappointment that I offered, but I'm going to bring up Illumitami for...
What the fuck are you talking about? You've wasted my fucking time and disrespected me, but we'll do it your way. I know why you always want to come over to my channel, because you know you're going to fail and you don't want that on your brand. But don't put Landry through that. When I don't care who Landry's worked for, I don't care how much editing he's done. If you're pitting him against me to make you look good with the content you have out, he can't do it. He can't do it. Because I'll just share who you are. You've got 1 hour to get the answers to my questions together. I've got 1 hour to get a quiet place to do it. See you soon, joke lolcott.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate. I'm going to receive that that demand as an invitation. So, brothers and sisters, for those of you who are here, please, if one of the mods would share a link for Illumitami, is more Truth Than Roof or Illumitami in Exile. I can't remember the current name, but formerly Station 33. So it sounds like there was an invitation offered for Jack to spend more time online, perhaps with different outcomes. I'm not feeling real optimistic about going to Tommy's turf, but here we had someone return. Denizen, welcome back, my friend. I was just shutting down. Unless here, were you returning with something? Are you there? I thought you returned. Maybe I misunderstood what's going on. Here, in the meantime, I'm going to go back to what I was doing. I'm going to start wrapping up. For those of you who tuned in, were a part of this, sincerely, please and thank you. Hit the like. Support the show. Invite others. Let them know what's going on. There's a crazy dude, talks about God, talks about love, talks about ending wars. And I actually do. I feel like I'm on the right path. For those of you who have been a part of this and you do enjoy me and what I offer, congratulations. You're on the right path as well. You're on the right path for you. Even if you don't like me, you're on the right path for you. But I encourage you to move past what you don't like so you can really get into the things that you love, the things you love about you, the things you love about me, the things you love about life. Grow in your time spent with the things you love, and you will realize more about you. You'll realize more about the things you love, and the things you love, they probably love you too. So I'm going to wrap it up here because I could talk about love and God for hours and hours and hours, and I do, if you haven't noticed yet. But for today, I'm wrapping up from New Orleans, here in Louisiana, on the road. Jack Talcott chats with Jack on the road, and there are great things coming together. I may or may not be back tomorrow. The frequency is going to be, I'm going to flow with my spirit. So please share your understanding and your patience with me. But return again, because great things are happening. Till next time, choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. Thank you again, and God bless us all. Peace.